Howdy, good day everybody. So, a few days ago I was playing Helldivers 2 just for fun. I was just trying to level up, get better, maybe make some content. And this guy, well these three guys, joins our match, and one of them's like a 10-star general, whatever that means. But he joins the game and he kind of just literally teaches me and two other new guys how to play the game because we suck and he doesn't. So that's kind of all this video is me posting the clip of this 10-star general, like level 150 dude. He literally just teaches us how to be Helldivers for over an hour. There's so much footage, I can't even upload all of it. But yeah, I'm just posting this for fun, and it's just a dude teaching us how to be Helldivers. So I hope you guys learned something as well, and just enjoy the video. So, see you later.
I found something. Calling in an orbital strike. Mag's empty.
Illuminate outpost erased.
Mag's empty. Reloading. Support weapon inbound. Mag's empty. Mag's empty. Mag's empty. Calling in orbital strike.
Responding to SOS beacon. Planet side.
Found something.
Hello.
Yo.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver.
Reinforcing.
For managed democracy.
Hell yeah.
That's a zappy tower right there. Explosives are how you blow up the towers, so beam.
Ready to liberate.
Working on the beam.
You don't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay.
Beam down. Grabbing my gear. Thermite out. Good thermite. Hitting the other zappy tower.
Illuminate. Northeast, 50 meters.
Zappy tower down. Getting another thermite out. Thermite out. Good thermite. If you don't have thermite, main way to take out the ships is using your primary weapon or machine gun to shoot the shield down and then throw a grenade in the side.
Another step towards galactic liberation. You may extract when ready.
Sentry.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll get to the extraction point.
We still have quite a few minor points to clear for you guys.
100 meters.
Heading south to beacons.
Tagging map. South. Close.
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
I'd recommend against calling in the exfil since we're pretty low on time and still have a lot of minor points to cover.
Calling in extraction.
Okay.
You can always cancel it by leaving the area.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Thank you, D4. I'm sorry, how the hell did you just teleport?
Perks of being a 10-star general.
Ah,
Found something.
Actually, it's a war bond. It's from a war bond system. I'd have to double check the name. Break slips for the team. Common samples. Now, is the person at the exfil, do we know if they English or not?
hold up, can you repeat that?
The person at exfil who called in the shuttle, do we know if they do English?
No idea.
No hablo inglés.
Apparently not then.
That's very much an American accent. I tried.
I tried.
Yeah, so just stay by the ship, don't get on it. Otherwise, all the samples I've collected will be burned.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, killing.
Honestly, I would still suggest canceling it because that would give us 2 more minutes. To cancel it, you just need to leave the immediate area.
Yep, just let me know if I need to run away.
I'd say yes.
Alright, I'll run away right now.
Tagging map.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Last reload.
Alright, so I'm wondering if y'all don't realize you could change the difficulty at the galactic map, because trivials are not where you want to be if you're above player level 1.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how to change it.
Yeah, they don't
This
make
is like
it clear.
the 3rd time I've played this game, so I would not know where to start.
I assumed y'all were all under 5 games.
I think I'm at around 10, possibly.
Oh, we got a level 5? Okay, yeah, level 5 could be around 10, yeah.
Gameplay.
Checking map. Okay, we do have a minor point at my marker in the southeast. I got also one to the northeast. Let's see. Probably nothing up here. Checking map. Alright, I'm gonna start heading east.
Alrighty, I'll follow you.
Oh, beacon south. Heading to it. So beacons are the yellow vertical lines pulsing at regular intervals. Beacons are always going to have 1 loot slot. I use the word loot slot to describe, well, there's always something good in them. Loot slots are always going to be at random, super credit, metal, Rexip, support weapon, and once you're difficulty 4 or higher, it could also be a rare sample. If y'all didn't realize, most resources are shared. So super credits, metals, rec slips, and samples are all shared resources. Oh, actually, I'll show you a trick here, since you don't have a warp pack. If you ever need to make a hole in the wall, just throw down literally any stratagem right beside the wall, and you can make a hole. Beacon northeast.
Bag's empty.
We're at 1 minute on stratagems.
Left. Destroyer preparing to leave.
Should we extract?
At 0 timer, the emergency extraction vehicle will launch automatically. We don't have to even be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the downside to double door, I can solo it, but Alright, double door has Rex Slip, metal, and a stalwart. Checking map. You got all the samples, cool. Minor point at marker. Not seeing anything else immediately nearby. We're at 3 seconds on stratagems.
Super destroyer leaving. Coordinates received. Emergency this is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius. Reinforcement budget depleted.
Huh. Okay, they changed that. Interesting. Alright, we got about 1:10 to get to exfil.
Where is Expo?
Not minute 10, 2 minute 10. Exfil's the big blue solid beam. If you look at the map, it's the orange up arrow. So a few of the things they don't cover in basic, holding the reload button lets you adjust aspects of your currently equipped weapon in the field. Rex-ups for the team.
Oh my god, why is there so many mofos here?
Minor point west, heading good. Some other stuff they don't cover. Whenever you have the map up, you can see the time remaining in top right. You can also see how many samples are on the planet and how many we've collected. So there's 15 commons, we've got 10 of them. It is always worth checking. Anything you have to do, it's always worth checking that immediate area for samples. So like even the exfil will often have samples just sitting around.
There was none when I dropped into the server.
The game has been particularly glitchy today, I've noticed. I've noticed whenever I've joined on like 2 PlayStation players that it was insanely glitchy.
Freaking yesterday, I couldn't even exfil yesterday.
Nice.
Expo counter just disappeared.
That's okay. Alright, looks like we're all here.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Alright, don't get smashed by the ship.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Auto launch is initiated. Let's go.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Would y'all like an overview of the ship stuff whenever we get back?
Another sweeping victory for Superbird.
Because they, once again, don't cover any of the ship stuff in basic.
Oh yeah, I'm level 5 now. No, level 2. 3? Level 3. Yay.
Rats.
Thank you.
That was one for the record books, where all missions are logged for
Shall we
analysis.
play again?
I can help out with another one.
Alrighty.
The host is Spyro.
Okay, how do I get a, like, how do I choose a higher level?
At the galactic map. If you're on PC, it's E button once you're at the galactic map. If you're on console, I think it's
I'm PC.
R1. It's E button at the galactic map if you're host.
Ah, okay. Shall we do a challenging?
I'm assuming you only have difficulty 2 unlocked. You can only do one
I
level
do.
higher. You only do one level higher than the highest operation you successfully completed.
I only have level 2.
Level 2 will introduce sub-objectives, otherwise very similar.
Only the host can change
This
the
operation
difficulty,
is
right?
complete.
Only the host.
Correct.
You have served democracy well.
Mission coordinates
Yeah, the host makes the selection on the mission,
Hellpods Prime.
all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Yeah, there's a lot of really common errors cadets make just because they never bother telling you how to do stuff in this game.
Orbit synchronized.
Like in ship management, there's like 2 or 3 mistakes that cadets always make. In Acquisition Center, a lot of cadets don't even realize Acquisition Center exists until they're like level 3 or 4. That's why I was offering if y'all wanted an overview, because so many people they just don't tell you. They just don't tell you this stuff.
Initiated.
No, there's crap I didn't learn until like level 40 just because the game doesn't tell you and it's not obvious.
Thanks for teaching us.
I mean, I'm not doing much. Y'all didn't ask for a ship overview, so. For managed democracy, we are landing in a hot zone. I generally recommend against landing in a hot zone.
Be repelled from this
Oh
planet.
shit.
Yeah, you landed us right on top of the primary objective. Generally not a good idea. At lower levels, you can get away with it usually. At higher difficulties, it's a death sentence.
Stim. Holy shit.
Don't forget to call down your gear as soon as you
Joining
can.
the fray.
Alright, working on the Tesla towers.
Mag's empty.
One down. Thermite out. Good thermite. Working on Tesla. Tesla down.
Calling down a support weapon.
Oh, that hurt.
So yeah, generally for whenever you're doing the initial drop, you want to drop where it's not red, so that means close to but not on any objective. Being at an elevation is always a plus, but not a must.
Critical stratagem available.
Alright, so for this objective, I'll let one of you cadets do it, but you need to get near the primary objective and then call in a hell bomb and then activate it.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Mag's
Reloading.
empty.
This is the second time I've done this mission.
Head to the other ship. Thermite out. Good thermite.
Where the hell did I put the friggin' bomb?
Not close enough.
No, that's not
Mag's
it.
empty.
Yeah, I don't see a bomb near the primary. Append to the sample.
Mag's empty.
Down 2, 1. Here we go.
Good general practice on the hell bomb is make sure to either, ideally in voice comms, let your allies know once you've activated it. Never hurts to also mark it.
Bombs armed. Get out.
Artillery is to our north. So sub-objectives will show up on ally screens if you mark them with the point of interest marker. On PC, it's Q button. On console, it might be R2?
Mag's empty.
Do y'all know how to mark points of interest?
I do.
Same button if you hold down will bring up the radial chat menu.
Ah.
So, alright, there's always 7 shells at artillery sites. Usually at least 4 of them are good, 5 if we're lucky. So, what I personally like to do on easier difficulties especially is just gather the shells and chunk them by the loader before we actually load them up. They're just giant bullets.
Oh, found one.
So generally the best is considered the mini nuke. Second best is a toss-up between either the napalm or the high yield. Smoke is generally considered the shittiest. Static is probably the least shittiest, as the second shittiest. And explosive is kind of the average middle of the road one.
Last reload.
Alright, did we get 7 shells yet? Oh, here's one more. Explosive. Alright, how many shells are over there now?
Like 5 or 6.
Is it 5 or is it 6?
I don't know. I'm currently doing something else.
3, 4, 5. Here's a 6.
Alrighty.
So, we're missing one. Let's see, we have decent options. We have usable ones. We have a mini nuke and 4 explosives. If we can find something better than an explosive, we should use it though. It's basically a they're often
Can
kind
I
of
insert
hidden.
a mini nuke?
Sure.
Dropping package. I've got the package.
I don't see the 7th shell anywhere. Sometimes the city sites are a little trickier. Once in a blue moon, a shell will be buried or fall through the map. At higher
Three, we are out of space. I'm gonna use the terminal.
Out of ammo. I'm on the terminal.
Alright, load order is a mini nuke, explosive.
Throwing supply beacon.
Artillery is a shared stratagem between all Helldivers. It's also the only stratagem that can be used after 0 timer on the mission. So I generally recommend against using them until later in the mission.
Reloading.
Just because it's nice to have something.
Liberty dispensed.
Heading to primary west.
100 meters.
Trying resupply. Oh, never mind. None available
Does
to
this
throw.
thing shoot?
The artillery is a stratagem. You now have an artillery stratagem added to your stratagem list.
Oh, that's sick.
Mag's empty.
Yeah, like I said, it's the only one that can be used after the mission timer hits 0. This is not destroyer dependent.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Whenever they have their shields up, you could either shoot their feet or just conserve your ammo. You can shoot the shield down, but it's kind of costly on ammo.
Mag's empty.
Alright, turret bounce to a not ideal place. Saluting the flag while at the flag raises the flag faster.
I will salute then.
And it does stack. The more people saluting it, the faster it goes. B button on keyboard brings up the emotes.
Yeah. Can I please call down one of the missile stratagems?
How about
What do you mean, missile strategies?
of liberty?
The Thief artillery.
If you want to, just the first one's a mini nuke, so don't do it close to us.
I'll use it for an important thing, but I will use one.
That's fine. Like I said earlier, I usually recommend holding it until either it's really needed or later in the mission. But this is only difficulty 2. It's never going to get hard.
Oh shit, that's a lot of mines.
Mines can be risky. Mines, electric weapons,
Calling down a sea.
mortar.
Watch out.
Mag's empty.
You have accomplished liberty. Extract at your discretion.
Oh, that was sick.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Checking map, heading north.
Dropping a pin.
Oh, minor point northwest, heading to minor point.
Already going.
I'll throw down a resupply en route, because I need some supplies. Three seconds on resupply
Extraction is
available.
Calling down supplies.
Resupply coming down at the one of the exits. Are y'all familiar with blow-up doors yet? Careful, T2.
Damn it. I wanted to have fun and try and juke it the last second. It did not work.
Deploying reinforcements.
It did not work. Alright, in case y'all haven't seen it, this site probably is going to have a blow-up door. I'll confirm in a moment. Alright, so for those who haven't seen it, this is a blow-up door right over here. And this is one of the main things you want to look for at minor points of interest. So just get to me and I'll wait. Blow-up doors, as the name implies, can be blown up. You need to use an explosive like a frag grenade if you're a cadet. That right there is a blow-up door. Looks a little bit like a cargo container.
Grenade.
Many minor points have them. They always have 2 loot slots. Loot slots are always going to be at random. Super credits, medals, rec slips, support weapon, and then once you're playing at difficulty 4 or higher, there's a chance of rare samples being added to the mix.
Oh god, I'm soft locked. Help. I'm stuck
If you
at
get
the
stuck,
blow up door.
dive. Dive. Dive.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
If diving doesn't work, have an ally melee you. But most of the time, diving will work, especially like if you're stuck in the the blow-up door. Looks like y'all dropped some samples back at the primary. We can get them later. We got plenty of time. Checking map. Thermite out. Good thermite on that one.
Northeast, close.
So, if you don't have access to thermite, I'm guessing y'all know this already. Main way to get the ships down is shooting down the shield and throwing a frag grenade in the side. Thermite out. Good thermite. Reloading.
Squid outpost destroyed.
Alright, worth checking for samples at the ship sites. Often there will be commons. Well, sometimes the rares as well once you get to difficulty 4. I found a common. The faction-specific common samples look a little bit like a gray hexagon on squids. So look for a hexagonal thing whenever you're sample hunting.
Out of ammo.
Alright, checking map.
Oh, dang it. I dropped
Ooh.
2 samples.
Little purple barrels do explode, and they have a surprisingly large explosion radius.
Reinforcements on the way.
I think I mentioned it earlier, but samples are a shared resource. It doesn't matter who carries them as long as they make it onto the ship.
Okay.
Checking map. That might be something. Probably not, but worth checking. Gonna have to Skyrim this shit.
New mag.
P2, you haven't spoken in a while. You good?
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Ah.
Double checking west.
Mag's empty.
Yeah, nothing here. Alright. Checking that. False positive. Alright, checking map. So,
I
often,
made it.
a trick I wish I'd learned about 40 levels before I did, and I still
Found
run into
something.
150s who don't know about it. When you pull up the map, if you slowly mouse cursor over the map, you can often find minor places of interest. It'll literally say minor place of interest on mouse over for a lot of them. Pop the door. Post prize is metal and flamethrower.
Just found a melee attack weapon. It's like a weird shovel.
Yeah, you can melee with the entrenchment tool.
I just found that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's they added that to the newest war bond as well, which I thought was kind of funny. They also seem
What's
to
the
enhance it.
easiest way to earn super coins? Because I really want to buy a war bond, but I don't have enough money.
Super credit, best way in my opinion is full clearing maps. Usually, if I'm farming super credits, usually difficulty 2 or 3 is what I'll do for farming. Usually bugs or bots on a desert or ice planet, or a planet without rocky terrain or trees. The reason I prefer difficulty 2 or 3 is chance of a LiDAR spawn, the sub-objective LiDAR. Whenever you do a LiDAR, LiDAR will reveal all minor points of interest on completion.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's pretty handy. So, and in case I've been helping out cadets today, so if I repeat myself, apologies. I forget which people I've told what.
You're fine.
Is available.
so minor points of interest will show up as a white diamond,
Life for Super Earth!
and once they've been cleared, gray diamond over 2 circles. That's how you know you've gotten all the samples. It doesn't check for anything else, it only marks cleared tied to samples. So there could be super credits behind the door that you never picked up. Shields down if you want to throw a grenade. I'll get there to throw a grenade in a second.
Yeah, I don't have any grenades right now. What the fuck?
Resupply coming down at the tips. Sentry is down, careful.
New mag! Have a taste of democracy!
And remember, if there's a sentry around and you're afraid about getting hit, going prone almost always will prevent you from getting hit by it. It's fairly reliable to go prone. Alright, we're at 24 minutes remaining, checking map. Point. Heading south. But yeah, so just full clearing maps. Oh, beacon to the west. Pretty close, I'll head to it.
Yo, T2, stand still real quick.
Administering med!
There you go.
Ow. Throwing fire. Gee, there's more stuff coming. Alright, there we go. Heading to... Oh, wow. Am I at exfil? I'm at exfil. I'll go ahead and drop my samples at exfil and then continue on with the minor points. If you're on keyboard, X button brings up the drop menu. If you're on console, holding down the D button on digital pad will bring up drop menu.
Ah.
Alright, trying to get to that beacon over there.
Marking location. Northwest.
Man, these patrols are bonkers on this planet. So yeah, this planet is unusually difficult for even difficulty 1 or 2. I would argue Illuminate are currently the most challenging faction at low-level maps. But this major order event definitely is making this planet have a crazy high spawn rate. So lucky y'all!
Calling in extraction!
Oh, I'm on extraction. I don't want to do that.
You can, now if you'd like, I can show you an intermediate technique that I refer to as floating the Pelican. It basically makes it to where we have a flying sentry. Up to y'all though.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
It's not super hard to do, but it does require team coordination. Medal for the team. Checking map. Cutting some ships.
I wanted to seat myself down there. I was just gonna call down a seat on top of me because there's like 30 enemies on me.
It's sometimes worth doing that. I mean, immediately move after you do it, of course, but it's often not a bad idea. I'll do that pretty often with my napalm eagle strikes.
Out of ammo!
Especially on squid and bugs. Squid and bugs like closing the gap. So there's no vote list on this planet, which is strange. Somewhat alarming, honestly. Thermite out. Good thermite on that one.
Reinforcing! Mag's empty.
Thanks, C3.
ready to liberate.
Thermite out.
Outpost destroyed.
Holy crap, that's a lot of flag, guys. That's weird having a dozen people on a level 3 on my ass. No, level 2. Yeah, it's in level 3. That's
Mission at
bonkers.
20 minutes remaining.
Feel kind of bad for the cadets. Whew.
Fuck this. I'm almost safe.
I need dip.
Come on.
Mag's empty.
I didn't hit a single one of them. Oh my god.
Mag's empty.
Heading east.
200 meters.
You have a C3. Can you stim me?
Democracy. Reloading.
Resupply is available.
Thank
but
you.
You'll need to call it down.
Oh, I forgot that kind of like existed.
It's a shared resource, so do make sure. A common error a lot of cadets make is
There's something here.
if they're at half ammo and half stims, they'll call one down, even though all 3 members of their team are on the other side of the planet and desperately needing stims. So it's always good to check before doing it.
There's something here.
You also can get a quick indicator by looking at the your allies' markers at the bottom left. I think if I remember correctly, if it's solid, it means they're out of whatever it is. If it's blinking, it means they're low on whatever it is. I think that's how it works. I'm a little rusty. I haven't played a lot lately. Checking map.
Dropping a pin. North, 100 meters.
Mag's empty.
Double door my location. Probably
Requesting
saw it.
advanced weaponry.
Yep. Alright, we got Rex Slip, flamethrower, and medals for the team. Point shine clear. If y'all want to keep clearing, I'll go ahead and hover the. I'll try to hover the Pelican. If y'all aren't going to be in the area, I'll go ahead and hover it. Get us a little bit of extra fire support. What's over here?
How'd you like
Nothing.
the taste of
Nothing is over
freedom?
there. Y'all did drop multiple samples to the west.
Far.
I'd encourage y'all to recover those, possibly as a team. I personally don't need samples, but I know all of y'all will.
Calling in extraction.
Alright, I'll try to float the Pelican.
Roger. Pelican 1 will re-attempt pickup at extraction zone.
Reloading.
Requesting sentry.
I'm on it.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30
Dropping
seconds.
Alright, 7 meters.
Close.
Alright, so just stay away from the exfil once it gets close to a minute, and I should be able to float it. Just don't go near the exfil.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Requesting jackpack. Calling down a support weapon.
So wait, when I'm using a weapon, I know I can press like right mouse button to stem like somewhat zoom in. How do I like actually use the scope?
If you're playing on mouse, it's middle mouse button.
20 seconds.
While you're holding down our mouse 2, hit middle mouse button, and it'll actually use the scope.
New man!
Ah, thank
Alright.
you.
Alright, don't be near the exfil. Run away from the exfil. Run from exfil.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
Run away from exfil. Do not go towards exfil.
Pelican 1 maintaining altitude until Helldivers
All
are
right.
within the extraction
Pelican
zone.
is floated.
Reloading!
Alright, so the basic gist of floating the Pelican is you want to be on the very periphery of the call-in radius, which is like 45 meters. Once it actually hits the atmosphere at 0, leave the fucking area, and it'll just float. Oh, beacon west. Heading west to beacon.
Tagging map. Southeast. On my position.
The Pelican will just sit there
I'm
and
on it.
shoot at anything that comes even remotely close. It won't land until a Helldiver gets within, like, I think,
I'm on it.
50, 60
Reloading.
meters. Alright, still got a beacon southwest. Low on support weapon ammo. Good on primary.
Oh, that's sick. I got a flamethrower.
Flamethrower is really good. Reminder, if you get caught on fire, dive first. Diving rather than stemming is the priority.
Something.
You can stem while diving, but it is very easy to set yourself on fire with the flamethrower. Pretty good weapon, but very easy to kill yourself with.
Yeah, I've stepped in just a little puddle of fire and just died.
Yep, if you ever catch on fire, dive. In general, I mean, it's literally in the game's name, but a lot of cadets don't utilize the dive mechanic. Similarly, if you get stuck on, say, a skyscraper, you're much more likely to survive diving off the skyscraper than falling off of the skyscraper. Alright, double checking map. That's probably... Oh, we still got samples. I'll go grab the samples that y'all dropped.
Supplies. Support weapon.
Some other good habits to form early. If you see a support weapon, marking it as a POI is always a good habit to form. Especially if somebody died, like if you see gear in the middle of the street somewhere, it makes it easier for whoever died to find it. At higher difficulties, it can be the difference between life and death for a squad.
God damn, one of the flying enemies just, like, rammed into me.
Here, samples, where you at? There you is.
Support weapon.
Oh, minor point near, checking. Oh, I did fail to point out on city maps, there's often islands, I refer to them as islands, raised or elevated spots with cargo containers. It's worth checking those raised areas because often there's, not always, but often there's a hidden blow-up door kind of nestled in them. Actually, T2, if I find one, I'll point it out to you since you're close.
Alright.
I haven't seen the Dick Rock yet, which usually doesn't. Sometimes a fake Dick Rock will spawn at level 1 or 2 or 3, but not always. Grabbing resupply, then head to exfil.
Supplies.
Nine minutes remaining. 14 to 16 samples. That's pretty good.
Package acquired.
Head to exfil.
Dropping package.
Get some! Oh, heal!
One of the more obnoxious game mechanics is getting stunned or out of healing or ragdolled out of healing. Bots are particularly notorious for that. Alright, oh, way down the outside here. Looks like S1 is in the city still. Don't get too close to the exfil until we have the whole squad here.
Jesus, bug!
Reinforcing.
Reinforcing.
I'll throw down spare gear here near your drop location.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Did you drop samples? You did drop samples. I can solo the recovery. Here, I'll throw down some gear for y'all guys. Stalwart and a warp pack.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Stalwart's a very high fire rate light pin machine gun. The warp pack is a mobility item, back slot. On the warp pack, same button used to climb. Hold down that button to activate the warp pack. It'll teleport you. Some warnings on the pack. Make sure you don't teleport near an ally. There's a small AoE explosion that can kill them. If the warp pack is purple, it's safe to use. If it's orange, it'll damage you. If it's any other color and you activate it, it will kill you.
Wait, what button do I press to use it?
Same button you use to climb stuff. It's space on keyboard.
Tagging location. Support weapon.
Alright, heading back to you guys. Let's start heading to exfil. We're at 7 minutes remaining. I grabbed your samples.
Ah.
Dude,
Oh!
I literally said 30 seconds ago, don't teleport near allies.
I was trying to teleport on you.
Yeah, not cool.
For the cause.
If you want to try out my primary, the tenderizer, it's on the ground there. It has some levels on it, so it's not bad. It's only light armor.
Oh my
man, though.
god.
I'm leveling lesser guns right now. I already have most of the guns I actually like maxed out.
Supplies.
Alright, let's get to exfil.
On my way to Expo.
It's like a modern art piece walking out and seeing you guys on rocks, saluting. It's nice. It's very democratic. I approve.
Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Alright, shuttle's landing.
Requesting sentry.
Fire in the hole.
Rolling down fortifications.
Waiting on the group. Alright, good to go if y'all are.
Alright, let's go.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Reinforcement budget depleted. extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Good game.
And that'll unlock difficulty 3. For most players, difficulty 4 is going to be the first skill check. 1 through 3 is really, frankly, I look at difficulty 1 through 3 as being the non-gamer, casual gamer tier. Once you get to like 4 through 7, that's usually more your moderate, high-end casual, moderately skilled. Once you start getting like 8 to 10, that's usually the more serious players. And 10s with mutators, that's the tryhards or the hardcore folks. I'm a level 10 diver personally, but I mean, that's how you also maximize your level and experience gain quickly.
What does the R currency do? Like the golden square with an R inside of it. What does that coin do?
Requisition slips. Requisition slips, which cap out at 50,000. Those are mostly used for armory, and I believe those are... I don't remember, y'all could check for me, because ship management, I'm pretty sure something in ship management uses them. I just can't remember if it's stratagem tab or ship modules that use it, but for sure armory does.
Mission
Okay.
accomplished.
I know ship management and, well, let's see. I remember stratagems using samples. I think ship management also uses samples, but it's been like a year since I've had to use any of that stuff. Oh, and hey, y'all, actually, the 3 of y'all managed to beat my kill count. Good job.
I wish I could see the look on the
Nice.
squids' faces right before they explode. Welcome aboard, Helldiver.
Did y'all want a quick overview of stuff on the ship, or not?
Sure. But give me 1 second.
Has left squadron.
Ship module